I have over 1500 hours in this game. That's more than 60 days spent awake in a single game.
Damn! I'm sorry.
And a little over a month ago I reinstalled it again, and I'm not the only one. Warframe is a 13-year-old free-to-play game with probably the most convoluted progression system in all of gaming, and people keep coming back to it in waves, like something is physically pulling them in. So why?
Another job well executed.
Today I'm not just talking about why I keep coming back, I'm talking about why thousands of people keep coming back to this specific game, what the psychology says about that, and most importantly, why right now, summer of 2026, is probably the best time to come back if you ever stopped. Let's start with the most obvious reason, because it's also the most honest one: time already invested. I'm currently at roughly 60% of the game's total content, 60% of 13 years of development. When I think about quitting, part of me is literally calculating how much of that effort would be wasted. That's the sunk cost fallacy, and almost every live service game on the planet is designed to exploit it. But here's the interesting part. Player retention research shows the main reason people come back isn't even time invested in, it's something much simpler: new content and finally having some free time. And the main reason people quit: content fatigue and lack of time. It's almost opposite pair of reasons, and Warframe has somehow balanced that line for 13 years. The second reason is comfort, and I think this is the most underrated part of the whole story. When I come back after months away or 5 years away, everything's new, everything is complicated, I'm lost in the systems I used to know by heart. But then I open a Void Relic mission and suddenly everything makes sense again. Same maps, similar mechanics, the same feeling as 3 years ago. Psychologists explain this through nostalgia as a distant mechanism. Not the same thing as sunk cost. Cultural theorist Svetlana Boym describes nostalgia as a longing for a home that no longer exists. And the brain does something sneaky here. It erases the grind, it erases the frustration, erases the bad parts of the memory, and amplifies the wins. That's why old Void Relic runs feel better in your head than they actually were. And then there's something called the Zeigarnik effect.
What?
Unfinished tasks stick in your head more stubbornly than the finished ones. If you're at 60% like me, your brain literally won't let you rest until it's done. And that's not a lack of willpower, it's a documented psychological phenomenon. Third reason, and this is one of the that actually keeps me hooked, is how much the old content has transformed into something completely new. I remember when arbitrations and eidolon hunts were the endgame. Today, Steel Path is the exact same missions, just 100 levels higher, with acolytes that will absolutely wreck you if you don't have a solid defensive abilities, same star chart, completely different game. There are currently over 60 unique Warframes, and every new one gets crazier and more interesting than the last. The 1999 update. If you finish the main story quest, spoiler warning if you haven't, there's an old computer next to the navigation console that takes you to 1999, where you meet the proto-frames, Warframes before they became Warframes. You can build a relationship with them. I'm currently in a relationship with the Mag proto-frame Aoi, that's something I never thought I'd say. Uriel, a frame I don't even want to spoil but whose abilities are absurdly fun. The Perita Rebellion, a mission where you fight alongside the sentients, huge enemy waves, great stress test for your builds. Honestly, I've spent at least 5 hours in this not even knowing what rewards I'm getting. Nokko, one of the newer frames, literally a fungal thing. You can farm him by collecting mushrooms under Fortuna through an NPC named Nightcap. Sounds ridiculous until you try it. I have a video on that. Incarnon upgrades. Weapons you built years ago, mastered and sold, yes, including the Torrid and Burston, are now, with their Incarnon upgrade, among the best weapons in the game. You have Void Cascades, Conjunction Survival, EDA, EPA, Netrocells, Archon Shards, ton of new arcanes. This isn't more content for content's sake, this is a game that keeps redefining what its old systems even mean. And now we get to the reason I'm making this video right now, and not a month ago. A few days at Atenocon 2026, DE announced Tau.
My child. My champion. What has become of Tau?
Dreaming dead. I need you close to him, Briscoe. Feed me his plans.
No law down here. Nothing was protected. You've got some nerve showing your face here after last time.
probably the biggest narrative reveal in the game's history. For the first time ever, the Tenno are leaving Origin's system entirely. A whole new binary star system, a city called Fornax, a decaying ring city built by the Sentients, kind of a Gotham atmosphere, new enemies called the Fornax Drowners, a new Warframe Briscoe, a Nord detective voiced by Matthew Mercer.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Wielding explosive playing cards and brass knuckle melee as his signature weapon. No release date confirmed yet, just later this year. It's probably going to be really late this year. But before that, this fall, an update called Ice Blade of Naren is landing with a 66th Warframe and a Banshee rework. So why does this matter if you're thinking about coming back? Because Warframe is currently entering its biggest expansion phase since Fortuna or the New War. If you come back now, you've got months to catch up on everything I listed above. 1999 Nokko Incarnons before the biggest update in the game's history drops. You won't be jumping in mid-chaos new content, you'll be jumping in prepared. And lastly, but definitely not least, community. What keeps games like this alive isn't just design. Analysis of live service space keep landing on the same conclusion. A healthy live service game grows because the players want to stay, not because they're trapped in a system. Warframe has survived 12 years because it built identity and trust with its players, not just mechanics that hook you. So why do I and thousands of other people always come back to Warframe? Part of it is sunk cost, part of it is nostalgia lying to us how easy things used to be, part of it is the Zeigarnik effect refusing to let us rest until we're done, but the biggest part, honestly, is that this game genuinely never stops growing. And right now with Tau on the horizon, I think this is legitimately the best time in years to come back. If you stop playing, this is your sign. If you never played, maybe now is the time. How many hours do you have in Warframe? Thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.